All right, so box number one. It's kind of we don't have time to go through every last book because there's just way too many. We got a complete guide to gunsmithing. That sounds interesting. We'll probably talk about that one. Pistol smithing. I mean, if you use guns, you gotta. I mean, that was. Well, goodness, this is. Samson the Nazarene. I don't even know what this is. This is an $8 comic. Oh, this is a musical. Let's see. Another war book or something about guns. This is The Fateful Lightning, a novel of Ulysses S. Grant. There's literature book. There's heavy truck systems workbook. Right? So out of this box, the only ones that I really want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about every last one. Oh, wow. Here's Securities, public offerings, and private offerings. So in the future, right, once I make more money, then actually I'm going to look at this now. Because part of the thing, right, if you want money, you got to start thinking like you already have it, right? Man, I got to blow my nose. I apologize. I'm a firm believer of getting it all out of your system. Don't sniffle. My dad used to always say, don't sniffle. Every time you sniffle, just imagine that's just you being sick that much longer, right? Because your whole system, you're trying to get it out. So if you sniffle, it's going back in. So it's like opposite of what your body's trying to do with all the snot and the stuff. It's supposed to get it out of your system. Anyways, here we are. Securities, public and private offerings. Now mine, it's a fat one. There's no way we're going through this whole entire book, but we'll try to find something really, really interesting. All right, we got new developments, introduction to securities, pricing and offering, venture capital, the underwriter, private and limited offerings, public offerings. Then you got, oh wow, this isn't as old. It's it's Thomas Reuters. So a huge company. I mean, it's 6 years old, but I mean, the book really looks like it's maybe 100 years old, right? See, this is why people don't like to learn law and things, because they make it so boring. There's no pictures in here. Let's do venture capitalist, right? Because in the future, I want to be a VC. I mean, I got to make a lot of money in order to do that, but you know, you got to have big goals, right? Chapter 3. What? What do you mean? What? Oh, this is BS, man. They don't have pages numbers on here. How are you supposed to find anything? Right? So this is even worse. It doesn't even give you a bloody. This is miserable. I mean, this is really cool. Do not think that this is not cool, because what this is really doing. I mean, you guys are gonna have to look. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. No. All right. So kind of, right? So what you're kind of seeing in here, I mean, is it gives you fill in the blanks. So I'm guessing these are all like forms for you to use. So it's not as learningful or as like intense as I thought. It's more kind of a great reference book, like an absolutely outstanding reference book. But you see what I'm talking about? This was from Gardner Wynn, whatever, from Dallas, Texas. Uh, there's no word, there's no numbers anywhere. All right. I don't know if you can really see. There's no numbers. So when I'm looking through this, see, I sniffled. I'm gonna be sick longer. When I'm scrolling through, like I'm really truly looking for like 24A. Is this volume 24A? What is this? Aha! That's probably why I can't find any of this. Because we are not in 24A or B or C. We are in volume 24D. Right? So in 24D, we have all this stuff. Yeah, a lot of forms. Restricted stock unit award agreement, stock incentive plan, registration statement, registration foreign company offerings. My goodness. So after understanding actually what this book is, this is beautiful. This I mean, obviously it's nothing for me right now. I'm not big enough, right? I'm sitting at the house talking to you guys. But in the future, this literally is every form that you can possibly think of. Consent to service of process, corporate resolution, small corporate offerings registration form, over-the-counter QX rules, international over-the-counter QX rules. So this is NASDAQ, NASD, and pink sheets forms. So, oh wow, this is awesome. You're gonna have to be a little bit like know the stock market just a tad to understand this. But basically, what it's doing, what this is showing me right here, and I am super glad that I learned this out. This is, you know, Eric, the nerd of Eric, just came out, right? So what this is gonna be, what this is gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna be reading a lot of this book. Most likely we will be talking about NASD and pink sheets forms. So like the over the counter rules. So and the reason we're gonna do that, okay. So when you're in the stock market, right, you still have all your. You didn't hear me say that. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to. But anyways, you have you have your NASDAQ, you have your Dow, your S&P, you have your Russell, you have, I mean, those are indexes, but you also have your pink sheets, right? Your over-the-counter, to where it's for, all right, Wolf of Wall Street, all right? What he would basically do is he'd take pink sheets, over-the-counter stocks, and trade them to like high net wealth investors, right? A lot of these are kind of iffy, but from my standpoint, if I want to raise capital, then I need to understand how to take one of my companies and then take it semi-public in a sense, because over the counter is not like public. I mean, it is public because it's still listed on the stock market. You can still buy some, blasey, but it's not as glamorous as being in the Dow or the NASDAQ or anything like that. Now, once I reach a certain level, then yes, I can apply and I can go into the Dow, which I bet you this book shows you how to do all that. Not the Dow, the NASDAQ or the Russell 2000 or the S&P 500, right? There's only 500 companies, so you gotta use your mind. Russell's 2,000 companies. We have Russell 2,000, 3,000, 1,000, whatever. So it's only a select few amount of companies. It sounds like a lot, but then when you think there's millions of companies and millions and millions and millions of companies a day that are like probably being registered, it's not that many at all. Very interesting book. Very interesting. Didn't read very much in it, but that's what this book is about. Again, we will talk about, this is Securities, Public and Private Offerings, second edition. No. 24D. All right. Talk to y'all later.